the Panthers and the Gold Coast Titans. The Panthers looking to lock up second spot and top two for a fifth straight season.
Get together now!
And it's the Gold Coast Titans who'll get things going here. Sam Verrills, the dummy half. Tama Howe making his first grade debut. Good to see him getting a chance. Ipswich Jets in the Q Cup. Had a stint at Featherstone Rovers. Quite the build-up to first grade in NRL. Now it's spread wide here. We've seen teams with real senses of adventure this weekend. I'm thinking of that Cogra game in particular. See what the Gold Coast bring here. Randall in the second row today. He's been a real Mr. Fix-It for the Titans this year, filling a number of positions. Taruva slow to get up, but he seems fine. Man in number 6 is Jaden Campbell. And this is Tanner Boyd, who last played round 18 against the Sharks. That's in the top grade. Game they won, the Gold Coast. So Penrith in their heritage jerseys.
And if they're willing to chance their hand, the Gold Coast have the speed on the edges to make the most of it. So if they want to use the ball, the Gold Coast, they could be a very dangerous side. And they'll test Penrith's defence here tonight.
Alamonte not going too far here. Returned to the side last week. This is pretty much a full-strength Penrith side, except, of course, Nathan Cleary. And players like Scott Sorensen returning at the right time. And a big round of applause for Fisher Harris, driving the defenders close to halfway. Yo, Leota beaming onto it. Real festive atmosphere here at Penrith. Snyder wearing number 6. And back there, Jaden Campbell, who spent most of his career at fullback. And now let's send it down to the man on the sideline, Jake Duke.
Good evening, gentlemen. What an occasion here at Penrith. A sold-out crowd as we say goodbye to Penrith Park and celebrate 200 games for James Fisher Harris. Panthers coach Ivan Cleary said this week is not only about tuning up for the finals, he said it's about honouring this ground and the legends who played on it and built the Panthers, a lot of whom are here tonight, and we saw them in that Guard of Honour. The Titans, they haven't won here at Penrith Park since 2016. They'll be out to try and ruin the party.
So here's Isaac Liu. Thank you, Jake. Gold Coast make it beyond halfway.
Pretty good set from the Titans.
Got a bit of energy in these early moments, as you'd hope if you were a Titans fan. Edwards. Now we've got 2 Titans players almost in synchronicity there, falling over. Tama Howe and Brian Kelly. They seem okay, though. And the Panthers, just a textbook opening from them. Nothing too adventurous. Nia Taruva thought his season may have ended in New South Wales Cup when he was dropped a few weeks ago. And he's been brought back into the side. Since 2020, Penrith at this ground, 42-7. Some of those losses without their best players available. For instance, during Origin. And Fisher Harris. Randall holding on, needing help. So on the last, it's Jerome Luai sending it skywards. Fafita is under it. Alamonte tried to balk him, but Fafita, Jojo, takes that one nicely. No day for Fafita tonight. No AJ Brimson, no Phil Sami, and of course Tino has been out since round number 3. Titans trying to get their 9th win. If they were to get their 9th win, that would match last year's record. Such a slow start of the season. That's what did them in 0-6. Here's a powerful run for Fotuaika.
He broke the tackle of Yo. Not often you see Isaiah Yo miss the first up tackle.
Easy to Foran to Randall. Randall hard to put away. He's been in the dummy half role, the number 13 role. Short side play here. Foran putting up a kick. He collided heavily there with Luai as Edwards comes away. But good stuff here early from the visitors. Penrith without Nathan Cleary this year, pretty good record, 8-5. With him, much better, 8-2.
You do have to say, though, over the last month, the wheels of the Penrith Premiership defence have got a little bit wobbly. Lost to the Raiders, lost to the Melbourne Storm, although both very tight losses. And either side of that, a miracle win against the Eels, where they scored 3 tries in 3 minutes.
Well, you'd have to say the fact they're playing
That's
for a
a
home
month ago.
final is a bit of a stroke of luck. They could have easily got away from them. Schneider. Deep. Khan Pereira on the verge of the try-scoring title. Oh, he's lost the ball. He's been smashed in the tackle, and here come the Panthers.
Well, that's what they will do when seemingly everything's even. Lofty Khan Pereira coming up with the error. Mitch Kenny has been very impressive in terms of his leading the defence. You watch Mitch Kenny in defence, he will sprint back onto side so he can get off the line quick and lead the line. He led the chase there and came up with a shot that dislodged that footy.
So Penrith now with the first chance to put points on the board. And we're not worrying about that scrum siren. Now comes across for Tungor. Inside the 20, got past Boyd. Knocked up by Howe. Kenny. They let him free a wheel a little there, the Titans. And that's tackle number 2. Yo screaming for it on the left. Edwards, the dummy half. Goes inside here. Crash play, Leota. Almost. The Penrith side inching closer. Edwards, oh, he gets straight through, gets it on, and it's a try. Brian To'o missing his headgear, but scoring a try. Brian To'o has this crowd on its feet.
We'll chalk that one up for the chase on the back of the kick, the defence that forced the error from the Gold Coast Titans, in particular their winger, Lofty Khan Pereira. Edwards just held his ground, stood nice and deep, was just able to slip the tackle there. They were very short on that side. Up very quickly was Brian Kelly, missed the tackle. And once Dylan Edwards beat Kelly, it was all over, and Brian To'o scores the first try of the night. It took them 7.5 minutes. The Titans were very good, but they blinked first and turned the ball over, and that gave Penrith an opportunity to start the set inside the 30, and a few tackles later they come up with the points.
So on the right wing, Brian To'o, 12 tries this year. He's got a fabulous finals record. 12 finals, 12 tries. And it is unusual to see him without the headgear. And Penrith ticking every box early, withstanding a couple of very decent sets from the Titans, but one mistake and Penrith punished them.
And I guess that's what they're looking for, Dan. After, when we just spoke about the month of footy that they've had, a miracle win against the Eels, a loss to the Storm and the Raiders, a better performance against South Sydney, but it's a side that is sitting down the bottom of the table. So I think this is a real chance to put right what hasn't been there over the last month to 6 weeks.
So Paul Alamotti kicking towards the paceway. Pretty good last week. He hasn't got a great overall record, but 5 from 6 against South. This will test him. Not a bad looking kick, just too much screw on that one. So Penrith 4, Gold Coast 0. Brian To'o with the first try here for the Penrith Panthers. Brandy, I want to ask you about that man, Nathan Cleary. I noticed you were very concerned, as obviously a couple of weeks ago. You seem a little more confident that he's going to be right for next week.
Only going by what he's saying, and I think he's reasonably confident that things will be okay. They won't be 100%, Dan, but it might be pretty close to it. So I'm expecting him to line up for the first week of the finals.
Which likely to be here against the Roosters, who have their own concerns. Fisher House. So right now, that is the finals as it stands. If this result holds, you can lock in the top 4. Now it's...
Oh, that was a big tackle. That had to be made. Khan Pereira.
Isaac Tungor was off there. There was no one on the outside for the Gold Coast.
Now, Brian To'o unmarked. If he gets around him, To'o and Tungor will go a long way down that right side.
Here's Liam Martin. Yes, Cronulla will be watching on. If Penrith win, they've got nothing to play for tomorrow. They will be 4th. Big game against Manly here on Fox League, 2 p.m, the first game of a cracking doubleheader. Manly playing for a home final against Canterbury. And they'll like that matchup if they can get it. In fact, they will play Canterbury. It just is a matter of where, when and where, of course.
Kick chase very good again from the Panthers.
The Titans bringing it back now through Kelly. 3 in the tackle. Foran going into dummy half. Jojo Fafita. Here's Verrills now. He's been the dummy half, second half of the season. On it goes for the Waikato. Man in number 19, Tanner Boyd, and he sends it on. And 6 more tackles there. Tama Howe, the new player, looked lovingly there at the referee. The referee obliged for Te Waikato. Verrills. Now to Randall. Oh, strong run, but a strong hit from Kenny. Inside the 30 here, the Titans. Foran with the dummy. Then on to Boyd. That pass, he'll do well to hold on Howe. And he does well. Snyder was all over him. Strong run from Jolliffe. That's the 10-metre line. With a couple of tackles left here. Boyd on the run. That's a forward pass. That's a shame for the Gold Coast. They were bubbling nicely. But
Shot clock's on.
it's gone now with that pass from Tanner Boyd.
Yeah, just drifted across field, needed to straighten up and throw the pass. Brian Kelly trying to hit the space between Isaac Tungor and also Brad Schneider. Defence was first class from both of those players. Boyd just pushing it.
Looks like got some decent scalps this year, the Titans. Despite their lowly position on the ladder, they've beaten the Dolphins, they've beaten North Queensland. They're top 8 teams. Dolphins at the moment top 8 team. A win against Cronulla as well.
I've got to say, they have played some sparkling football at times through the season. And they're a side that can score points and score them very quickly. Defence has been a problem again for them. But I think it's been a better year under Des.
Yo gets it on. Edwards pouring down. That's a great tackle from Verrills. But Penrith are rolling. Snyder jumps into dummy half. Martin likes what he sees. Gets it on now. And now the beautiful little in and away. Isaac Tungor standing in the tackle. This is the last as the Penrith side. No, they won't get to the last. They've lost the ball
Never gets
here.
off his knees. It's a ball played. Shot clock is on.
Well,
that's disappointing. Ball played from Isaac Tungor there. And it went wrong. It was Isaiah Yeo who made the bust and linked with Dylan Edwards. Beautiful stuff there from Midge Kenny too. Played his part in that. Came out of dummy half and gave Yeo a terrific ball. And here's the...
Oh.
No, well, he never got to his feet.
That's hard to
He's
defend.
on his knees.
Yes, that's wrong in more ways than one. Interesting comments reading the other day about Isaac Tungor. Readily admits it's been an up and down season, a roller coaster season. He hasn't quite reached the heights of last year.
Well, last year he was in the conversation for Origin. This year he wasn't. That's the difference. And it was that period where Isaac was trying to find his best footy. He has, in recent weeks, I think, played his best footy of the year.
So the Titans here. And Tanner Boyd getting it on Kelly. Oh, rushing up that man Tungor. Getting a bit of help from To'o. Now it's Atama Howe. Meters tough to come by for the Titans in that set. With Boyd under a little pressure. Boy, that was Fisher Harris there bearing down. Boyd clearing it away, but Edwards all over it.
Yeah, but only just. Oh, risky. Thought about passing that. Yeah, the kick from Tanner Boyd, the pressure from James Fisher Harris caused the kick to only go 30 metres. He'd want to be putting that a bit deeper the next time he lines up for a fifth tackle play.
So Penrith, Brian To'o, that man, their try scorer, working down the middle. His 6th run already. Kenny allowed to roam out of dummy half. On to Liotta. Quick hand Snyder. Snyder kept it. He had Martin waiting on the outside but didn't take the risk. And then a bit of ferocity at the end of that tackle. Back it comes for Yeo. On for Luai. Luai with a little show and go, but well held by Randall. Last coming up here for Penrith. Snyder putting it up. Pouring through Sorensen. Now who has that come off? It looked like the Panthers, but it's not a knock on. Fisher Harris to Leota, who wasn't ready for it, and he's closed down.
Over there, boys.
Changeover. Well, it appeared to come off, I believe, Sorensen, but perhaps not played at.
He must have missed it with his hands, Dan, because he looked like the one that got himself in a position to catch the ball. No one else did. Jaden Campbell didn't want it. Jojo Fafita didn't want to get under the ball either, and it almost resulted in a Panthers try. No, Scott Sorensen was flying through. He's not exactly Zach Lomax. He did his best job.
Well, from one angle, it looked like he wasn't even trying. He was trying to balk. He had no interest in the ball, but then he stuck the hands out. There's game 3 of this Super Saturday. Penalty for the Titans. What a crazy Saturday. That game was bonkers at Cogra, and then one-way traffic in a core stadium. So the Titans on halfway. Ooh, strong shot there. Fisher Harris all over Jamin Jolliffe with Leota as well. Here it comes down to 4, turning it in. Tama House seeing plenty of it in the second row. Man on debut. Verrills back in field. Foreign. Campbell there, picking it up. Oh, magnificent step. And another, and another. Absolutely stunning. He went through like he was a ghost. He went past 1, 2, 3 of them. Jaden Campbell puts the Titans on the board with a bit of brilliance.
That's when he is at his most dangerous. When a ball hits the ground and there's a bit of broken field, the defensive line isn't just a straight line. Foreign's ball went out the back. Campbell scooped it up, then went across the ruck. Look at the step that he beats Liam Martin with, and Dylan Edwards. 2 New South Wales players. Just watch this left foot step. Looks like he's running across, then bang. Beats Liam Martin, beats Mitch Kenny, and in one motion beats Dylan Edwards.
Wowee.
What a mover. What a mover.
Ooh, Harvey Norman replayed. Beautiful thing to see. Jaden Campbell. Well, it's the perennial problem. Where do you put him? Because he looks good at fullback. And he's done some very nice things at 5'8". Playing fullback tonight. And that, remember, was off a loose pass. It was a wild one from Foreign. And Campbell turned it into something special. 6'4" Titans.
Jaden Campbell, he's had a wretched run with injury this year, a couple of knee issues, a broken hand, but this is a reminder of what he is capable of when fully fit. One of the best movers in the game, just like his old man Preston was at this ground a very long time ago. Jaden actually grew up at this ground, sitting in this stand, watching his old man play for Penrith in the early 2000s. This is actually the first time he's ever played here in his career, so a fitting moment that he gets to be here for the last official game at Penrith Park.
Well, he certainly made his mark. Made his mark indeed. So now the crowd is silent for the first time. It's been a lovely atmosphere here. A real din of excitement. But now, just a little quiet. Now, this is what the Titans are all about. Somehow, Fafita has held on to it.
Did he even know the ball was there? Like, honestly,
Velcro on his hand.
that was pretty clever. Jojo Fafita.
James, quicker! Moses.
So have a look at this on a replay. That's outrageous. So Gold Coast. Good signs from them. Tamahau. Another set completed from them. And that one gets to the 10-metre line where Taruva brings it back for Penrith.
You'd expect a bit more life after the try from Jaden Campbell in this Gold Coast defence. Not that it's been bad.
Now Edwards working up the middle. In the midway point of this first half. The type of game where you could have seen Penrith just blow the Titans out early, but not the case. Kenny on halfway. Fisher Harris. 3 Titans there to meet Big Fisher Harris. First meeting between these sides this year. Luai getting the quick hands on. It's play on for now, and the chip kick sits up, and now we'll go back to the offside against the Gold Coast.
Mo's way early on the 10.
Mo
Mo's
left
way
yesterday.
early.
Look where he...
That's loitering. That's not offside. That's loitering. That was jaywalking. All right, Penrith now full set from inside the 30. It's like a video game glitch. Now it's Edwards turning it into Martin. Penrith's one try was in the right corner. Here's Young, game 242. Fisher Harris, game 200. Plenty of tackles here for the Panthers to play with. Kenny goes to the right. Snyder holding it up. Oh, Edwards was thinking about passing before he caught it. That is a strange Dylan Edwards error.
Shot clock's on in here, boys.
And Brad Snyder had done the work on the inside there, just created some space for the outside men. That's Kelly. There's only one player outside him, and that was Pereira. And there was a couple of Panthers there waiting to receive the pass from Dylan Edwards. There was a try on. It died with the error.
Heads down. Next set. Go tight. Shot clock off. Stay on. Break.
So the Titans there survived that pretty comfortably at the end.
Scott square. Dylan.
Last Super Saturday of the season, but of course Fox League, all the finals leading up to the big one live right here. 2 next Saturday. Oh, that's a poor pass from Liu. They don't get punished for it though. How though? Can't go anywhere. Verrills. Waker. Played all 3 origins for Queensland this year. 4 and turning it in. Nice little change of movement there with Randall back to the middle. Foreign from inside the 40. He's got a fair bit of distance on that one. Edwards. Getting it onto Taruva. Good line of Titans defenders out there, and strong tackle to boot. It was a very strong shot there. Aaron Clark.
Stand out, Rum. You got to be here, mate. Wait. Go to. Jamin, move. Move here. Move. Wait.
Clearing, looking on. Nothing to celebrate yet, obviously. Lindsay Smith.
Jamin, release. Sam.
One of the best bench players in the competition. I'd have to say, with Jerome Luai now, trying to weave a little spell there, makes it to the 30.
Last tackle, Sam. Wait,
So
move.
he won't be kicking, likely to be Snyder. Snyder goes end over end. Shaving as a contest, although they're quite happy to let Pereira take it. And he wears one from Martin.
They've done a good job so far, the Gold Coast defence, on Jerome Luai. A couple of goes he's had at them. They've been able to get there in numbers, close him down.
Campbell driven back.
Stand square. I say wait. Hold. Go 3.
Aaron Clark.
Come on, Brad. You got to wait.
Campbell a bit ginger in back play there.
He must have landed awkwardly there in
Now,
the
Scott.
pylon from the Panthers. Drove him backwards.
Walk that off as the spread comes. Fermor. Jojo Fafita with a bit of space. Oh, and he got past Taruva. Then the inside pass. Here's Randall. Oh, a big tackle. Scott Sorensen saves it and gets off in time. Last tackle. Huge play this. Tanner Boyd getting it on. Alec Wanky. He puts in a kick and it is taken by To'o.
Tackle one there.
Oh, they save it, the Panthers.
Well, they had to work hard to save it, Brian To'o.
Titans are giving them all they can handle right now.
Stays in the field of play somehow.
The crowd senses their team needs a little helping hand here, trying to get an offside penalty.
Here's the bust down this right touchline in the replay box. Jojo Fafita steps over the top of Taruva. A couple of passes back inside, one more, and it would have been a Titans try. And Artima, little grubber. Toto does an incredible job to clean that up. But
Now Fafita with the tackle has jolted that free, and that's Gold Coast ball. This is not going to the script these fans would have had mapped out. This just looks like a loose ball carry, Alamotti. Indeed, that's just a straightforward knock on. Fafita with the tackle. Titans, 35 out. Jake Duke, you've got some news downstairs.
But just been told that Jaden Campbell, he just got a knock to the knee. They say he's all good and he's trying to run it out at the moment. Looks a lot better out there now.
All right, thank you, Jake. I want to be part of this. Another chance here. Forward, getting it on. Boyd keeping it going. Campbell, let's see how those legs are. Seemed okay there.
Well, he pushed off a couple of Penrith players there. Liam Martin, one of them.
They're caught in traffic this time, but the Titans here with a real snap about them at the moment. Tanner Boyd almost goes through. Penrith barely holding on, it seems. Virals. On it goes Campbell with a little grubber coming through. Oh, Smith just bats it out of the way, and then Henry gets rid of it for good measure.
Well, they're in a little trouble here. The Panthers, they have got them on the rack. The Gold Coast Titans. Jaden Campbell. Dangerous with the ball on his foot. Almost gets there. Lindsay Smith gets a piece of it. Liam Henry cleans it up, but Penrith under pressure.
Luai, does he go short? Yes, he does. Easily crosses the 10, crosses the 20, batted back. Great result for the Panthers with Schneider. They seem to do that so well.
Well, he does it so well, Jerome Luai. And it's all since Origin. Wasn't kicking them before Origin. Came back after Origin and was an expert and pulled off a couple of miracle ones in Origin too for New South Wales.
Well, when you can get that level of height, you can kick at 20. It seems to make it such a much bigger chance for the team chasing to get that ball back. Lindsay Smith. Geez, that shapes as a big moment here with Gold Coast up 6-4. Liam Martin over halfway. Schneider on a lot of the kicking. Campbell on the stride. He seems fine. So 26 gone.
Fox Sports Lab tell me too that the Cowboys are the only team that are better at getting dropouts back. So it's the Cowboys and the Panthers.
Indeed.
Top two.
Does help the Cowboys. They've got a couple of big units. Taulagi and Felt the kick to, so probably no surprise they're doing so. Oh, no, Foran puts it down. Well, that just takes all the pressure off the Panthers. They've been on their heels for the last few minutes. Now they can put the foot down. Here's Brian Toto. Liam Henry steaming into them. He'd only played 3 first-grade games before this year. Now he just feels like a mainstay in this side. Lindsay Smith, 6 more tackles. Sorensen's dangerous. Getting it on to Luai, dancing and stepping and dancing again, and now it's on to Edwards. Does his own dance. Now he straightens, and he gets taken inside the 10. Penalty.
He plays it on an angle because he pushed him, Aaron.
No penalty here to Penrith. Probably gives Gold Coast a bit of a breather there, but a full set here for the Panthers, unless they want to take the 2.
It doesn't look like they're going to take the 2, Dan.
No. Oh, Henry. For a moment thought that was just going to open up for him. Penrith here on the attack. It's been a while since their 1 try. And Smith closed down. Kenny looking right, going right. Luai sending it on. Edwards back infield. Tungo looks for a gap. 3 tackles to go here. Kenny on to Luai. Delays the pass. Oh, what a shot! Oh, my goodness, Schneider is pummeled by Jojo Fafita. 2 tackles left here. Lindsay Smith. It's a little cumbersome, this from Penrith. Last play. Luai wants it. Delays the pass. This is all the... Oh, they've done it again, although the pass here from Alamotti. Schneider under pressure puts it down. This is fantastic stuff from Gold Coast.
And in particular, Jojo Fafita, he's come up with a couple of big tackles. This one, and it was the first one on Brad Schneider. If he doesn't make the tackle and he allows Schneider to get the ball away, will Penrith score a try? Off his wing, shuts it down with a ball and all, and this is the last one. Alamotti again under pressure, the Gold Coast left edge defence, but a couple of big defensive plays from that man, Jojo Fafita.
Well, that was a run now, which gets the Titans to their own 30. Brian Kelly, followed up by a spread. Randall. It's a stunned crowd here at Penrith Park. Furmore crashes, almost crashes through. Desperate tackle.
And it's those sort of plays that have kept the crowd quiet.
There's a stab from Foran. Easily covered here by Edwards. Not such an even line this time for the Titans, but Edwards makes it only to his 20.
All of a sudden, it's the Gold Coast defence that's looking like the wall of steel, and the Panthers looking a bit brittle. Just 10 to go in this first half. Yo, who seems to find the most space near him. Hits it to halfway. Schneider on the run. Martin stands in the tackle. The brutality about these tackles from the Titans, and that ball's come loose. And the frustration just grows for these Panthers. And yes, biting of fingers time for Ivan Cleary. He's a nail-biter at the moment. The home final is not assured by any means. He just let go of that one, Liam Martin. A few strange things going on for the Panthers in the last 10 minutes. Gold Coast are really aimed up defensively.
Roosters and Cronulla fans taking a very keen interest in this game now. Still just to the margin. Please Haas carrying it up here. Penrith's worst completion rate in a game this year since round 5. They're off at the moment as the Titans doing the damage, and Boyd almost gets right through. Martin just holds on. Here they come, the Titans, with Fotuaika on the Clark. Here's Foran scheming. Didn't work that time. Randall got in the way, and Campbell took the tackle, but it's not a bad result for the Titans. They get 6 more anyway. Haas wearing 12, but off the bench.
Together, Lindsay. Dylan.
Now Aaron Clark, early ball for him. Crashing on Alec Winky, and the ball comes free. So the Panthers off the hook. Need to turn defence into attack quickly. Plenty of Titans out there, so Luai just takes the Furmore tackle. Luai having some words with the touch judge here on this side of the ground.
I think there'd be a lot of people sitting in this stadium and in the coach's box feeling pretty good about that drop ball there from the Gold Coast. Looking dangerous again through that set, the Titans.
Here's Schneider with a run. His 4th of the evening. 4th run. Yo on the Luai. Now Sorensen hammered there. That was Furmore and Foran. But Furmore there bringing the heat. Lindsay Smith getting it on. Jose Yo passing as Luai sends it out. Alamotti. They're inside the 20. Final play. Jerome Luai is dropping right near the try line. Martin taps it back. Campbell reads it perfectly. And the Titans hold on.
Terrific skill there from Jaden Campbell. The ball up in the air, just had the ability to pull it down with one hand, get the ball out of trouble. There was plenty of Penrith players around the bouncing ball.
We've seen the Titans a lot this year. Probably fair to say they haven't produced this level of defensive intensity too often. They're really bringing the heat in their final game this year. Thermal.
Well, what Penrith have done is shown them a few cracks, and that's given them the motivation to think we can do something.
Time's off.
Well, this will help too. High tackle from Kenny. Not much in it, but certainly drew the attention of referee Butler around the head of Randall. So the Titans get another chance here. Form in recent weeks set the world on fire, as you alluded to. They took care of South last week pretty comfortably, but Canberra the week before, Canberra winning that one. The Melbourne game, which was a class above obviously, but that was a loss. And then Parramatta, where
from McLeod,
they were gone for 75 minutes. Titans forward. At the ball. Randall. One thing Penrith can always do is defend. And Randall closed down. Bonawaka to Clark. And there's Haas out in the second row. No markers here. That's a gift for Sam Verrills. And he gets close to the 10-metre line. One tackle left. Could really set the table if they get one here. The high kick from Boyd. It's well weighted. Fafita had a great chance. I'm not sure he realised how much space there was between him and the Penrith players.
Well, he was the only one that competed for the ball. Alamoti around it, also Taruva, and the ball lands in between both of those players, and neither of them wanted to get up. That was as close as you will come to a try off a kick and not score it.
So Edwards. William Henry powering up to halfway. Here's Yo. Oh, the dummy fooled them all. Particularly Foran, who flew up out of the line. Followed up here by Luai, putting the kick into the corner. Fafita, he was in the field of play when he jumped for that. He has the strength, though, to stay in the field of play.
Yeah, he did well there. He got the ground really quickly there.
But this is where Penrith shine so often. And they absolutely pound Beau Fermor. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Khan Pereira. Good relieving run, bit of breathing space. Boyd, Alec Winky. Oh, skipping away and almost through. He got past Tungor easily. Done reasonably well here, the Titans, to get to their 30.
Quick play the ball too. Gives time to Tanner Boyd to get a good kick away.
Looking for the grass here, but Taruva scampering across.
And there were a couple of great runs to finish that set there. Got the Titans on the front foot, bit of stepping there from Taruva to evade the tackle of Kieran Foran.
Now Alamoti. Crowds, you can hear it. They're starting to get a bit frustrated here. And they're taking it out on the referee at the moment, looking for a penalty to try and get this momentum to change. Foran, he gets up awkwardly. Now it's Jerome Luai over halfway. Rushing up was Kelly, but that forces Penrith to panic. And now, going back is To'o. And that leaves them just the 2 tackles.
Oh.
And now the ball's been lost. They're way off here, Penrith.
Yeah, Isaac Tungor. Quick play the ball there from Brian To'o. He took off out of dummy half, was tackled and just lost the ball cold. What a chance for the Gold Coast Titans as we get close to the break.
My goodness. So here's the replay. You see Tungor losing the ball. Titans now
into the defender.
Return the favour. So while the replay was showing at Penrith, there are the Titans let the Panthers off the hook.
And they have a couple of times, haven't they? The Titans have been in a position a couple of times and turned the ball over very early in the set. And at the moment, that's what's saving the Panthers.
No, your guy sat over here. Shot clock's on.
Hey, good for Chris Butler having a big smile on his face.
They're on the same page.
Panthers 20 missed tackles, Gold Coast 12 as they sort that out.
He's got a good demeanour, Chris Butler. That's good stuff. Here's a hit up here.
And that's obvious. Sometimes it's hard to tell which side's missing more tackles. It's quite obvious the Panthers are, and the numbers certainly reflect that.
Well, here's Henry now. If they were to pinch one just before half-time, it'd be a lead. So they don't deserve, but perhaps against the run of play. 6 more tackles here, so a full set coming as we close in on half-time.
That's a good run from Lindsay Smith.
Luai on the left. Takes a little tumble. Gets it back to Yo. Yo keeps it going. Snyder with the bobble. Martin trying to change direction. Takes a chunk of turf out of the surface here. Snyder with a grubber, and that's just going to be helped out by Forward, and now the Titans can run this clock down. They will have to put boot to ball, but they've thrown some tackles away there, the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, and there was 4 tackles left in that set, and you don't mind a player kicking early in the set if there is a genuine chance of scoring a try, but Kieran Foran was all over that. He read what Snyder was doing. That is a waste of 4 tackles there when there was still at least another 3 to play the balls left.
So the short one here, and oof, back to Snyder it goes. 10 seconds. This might be in if they're not careful. Smith away to Luai. Luai is brought down by Forward. He's going to have to get up quickly. Forward knows the clock is winding down. And Butler's letting this play out. And he's calling half-time, I believe. What have we got here? That's it.
Half-time.
That is half-time, and a frustrated Panthers have work to do.
In round 27, they could end up a 4th at the end of the round if they don't win here against the Gold Coast Titans.
Have a win against Melbourne, but I'm sure they would much rather stay in Sydney against a vulnerable Sydney Roosters. Anyway, that is all to be decided. It's up to Penrith to do their bit here and get the job done, which has been a problem so far. The second half underway. Penrith scored early through Brian To'o, and this is Old Boys Day. It's James Fisher-Harris celebration day. It's farewell to 3 Panthers who won't be here. Got all the accoutrements here, but they haven't delivered yet on the field.
And since that Brian To'o try, which was very early in the piece, after about 7 minutes, the Gold Coast Titans have been better defensively and have looked sharper with the ball.
Now Yo dumping it off here to Martin. Looking for the quick play of the ball, getting the quick play of the ball. Kenny taking a few steps before giving it to Edwards. Penrith just cross halfway with the last tackle call, and that's Luai. Going deep. Ooh, a little bobble from Fafita, who was fantastic in the first half, particularly defensively. And it's Beau Fermor. Done a very sturdy job in the centres, usually playing in the second row. He's seen plenty of centres action over his time in first grade. Rushing up on the outside. Pereira getting up a little agitated. Aaron Clark followed up here by Jaden Campbell. Into Liam Henry among others. The high one here from Forward. To Ruva. Bringing it back. So 1 set apiece in this second half. Down to you on the sideline, Jake Duke.
The message from Panthers coach Ivan Cleary just wants his side to build pressure better. Believes they were handing the ball over too cheaply, making too many errors, and he wants them to clean up their defence as well. They had 20 missed tackles as the fireworks start to go off here at Penrith Park. Titans coach Des Hasler very happy, just wants his side to keep playing the long game. He knows that Penrith will not stop coming until the 80th minute.
Okay, thank you, Jake. Are they for us, Jake, those fireworks, or is that for the Paceway next door?
Who knows? We'll take them, mate.
There's comes here to Henry. Maybe the timing's just a little off, which would be the order of the night so far. Oh, 6 more. That was late in the count too. And, that's Luke Garner in 17. Lindsay Smith in 15. We've seen plenty of him tonight. Short side play. Early dummy from Luai. Alamotti steaming onto the ball. Well captured though by Cleese Haas. Penrith up to the 10. Yo holding it out in front of him. The Titans not taking the bait. Kenny, Schneider, Edwards, yes! Dylan Edwards has them on their feet. When they need a spark, they go to Dylan Edwards, and the Panthers retake the lead.
The two players last to handle the ball, Isaiah Yeo and Dylan Edwards, are the two players that can lift the Panthers out of this hole that they're in at the moment. They do lead 8-6. Schneider just turns it back on the inside on the Harvey Norman replay to Dylan Edwards, who catches a number of Gold Coast Titans defenders just stuck on their line. They did not move forward. And Edwards just too good on his feet, that close to the line. With a couple of stationary defenders in this Gold Coast side, that certainly didn't help. The slip from Alec Winkie. And that certainly helped Dylan Edwards get across the line.
That's a shame for the Titans. And Penrith there, that 6 again was a killer. Penrith late in the tackle count.
Yeah, I think it was play 5.
And Penrith cashing in. Dylan Edwards getting the try here to put the Panthers back in front here. And right now, they're back in the top 2.
There's no doubt there was more life in the first set that the Panthers had the football. It looked a lot better than what they did for 20-25 minutes of that first half.
So this one a little easier for Alamotti than his first attempt, which is way out on the sideline. This about 15 in from touch. Taking his time, Paul Alamotti. Concentration plus. Good looking kick. Got that curve happening, and it's Penrith 10, Gold Coast 6 as the flags go flying here at Penrith Park. I think we're a long way from seeing a smile on Ivan Cleary's face.
I think we are. I think you're right, Dan. And the play from Dylan Edwards, slip from Winkie, Alec Winkie, certainly helped the cause of Dylan Edwards, but it was a good set. And Yeo took the ball to the line in the previous play, and he'll continue to put pressure on this Gold Coast defence, Isaiah Yeo.
All right, so we're back to where we were early in the game. Penrith hosting Roosters. Cronulla down in Melbourne. And that's a long way from being locked in. Lindsay Smith getting things going here. Oh, we're looking at the new designs for this ground. It appears they're going to keep the ends as perhaps hill areas, which is fantastic because really is part of the character here as Isaiah Yeo now carries it up. Oh, picked up and dumped. That's Tanner Boyd. Lifting him up like a game marlin. Halfway line. Schneider booting it into open space here. That's got Campbell on his skates here and slipping over. Now this feels like Penrith are in their groove. Titans here with a lot of work to do. Can't Pereira, where's a heavy one?
Well, it was the kick chase of the Panthers in the first half that broke the game open for them and allowed them to score that first try. That disappeared pretty quickly, but obvious after that kick from Schneider and the chase, and now the defence on the first 3 plays, that's a high priority.
Well, this is tackle 4, and they're over the 10 barely. They've gone up a gear here, Penrith. Clark, 20 metres from their own line, and they'll need a big booming kick here. It's going to be Foran, who needs to give it a lot. No problem for Edwards. He's got Taruva on his outside. Edwards explores. And Penrith will start this set near halfway. Only 2 penalties apiece. Full attitude given by Chris Butler. There's Taruva. Loses a boot. To'o, powerful, as usual. To'o still going. Now it comes to Yo. Back inside for Smith. Advancing beyond the 20 and almost back to the 10. This is good stuff now from Penrith as the chant goes up. It comes to Yo. On for Snyder. Little bobble. Back in for Tangor. Defence waits and brings him down. Last play here, Kenny. Fodawaker out of dummy half puts pressure on. Kenny manufactures a pass. Here's Luai keeping it going. Snyder, out it comes, off hands, and that looks like Penrith ball. We wait for confirmation. No, it's a changeover, not played by the Titans.
I was going to say the pass was thrown forward, was it? Out of the hands. Quick shift after they got it wrong. Mitch Kenny caught it dummy half. It was Mo Fodawaker and Marker that got hold of him. He was able to keep it alive, Mitch Kenny, and almost create something down that left-hand touchline.
It was interesting. He overran that a couple of times, but in the end it didn't really matter because it would have probably sailed by behind him anyway, but yeah, not quite clinical. We're at the Evan Theatre here. It's so quiet at the moment. Now, powerful run by Kelly.
He beat Tangor with his footwork.
Jamin Jolliffe. Good since returning from a pec injury. Took out a big chunk of his season. Tanner Boyd. He's got plenty of height on this. And has dropped Edwards back inside his 10. Pretty good defensive line once again from the Titans.
Come on, Bo!
By the way, going to finish 14th regardless of this result. They're 3 points behind the Warriors in 13th and 2 points ahead of Parramatta and South, who have played their games. And now we've got a penalty here.
You're on the mark.
Cleese Haas just... Taruva just splitting the Titans' defence there, looking for a quick play the ball, and as he was going to get up, Cleese Haas' second effort gets penalised for it.
But that's reward for energy, isn't it? Taruva trying to get up quickly. And now Penrith start to sit inside Titans territory again. Mark. Fans at the southern end seeing plenty of action in this second half. Yo, thundering onto the ball. Here's Luai. Back for Lindsay Smith. We've seen this play many times over. As Lindsay closes in on the 10. The right side set here, and it comes to Yo. The front man is Henry. 3 in the tackle. 2 plays left here for the Panthers. Back it comes to the open. Yo for Luai. Here's the kick. Garner! Beautiful. Garner steaming through. That was a lovely set play there. They both knew it was on Luai and Garner. And now the Panthers of old have emerged. 14-6.
That was a quality set then from Penrith. They really worked over the Titans' defence. The work from Lindsay Smith's been brilliant, as Isaiah Yo was throughout that set. Yo and the left foot certainly helps. Jerome Luai has combined with Garner a number of times this season on that same play, just dribbling it through the line. Garner's got a great awareness about him to read the kick, and you can't defend that. It's very hard to defend when you get the kick as good as what Jerome Luai just did then.
Not the easiest take there for Garner, but no problem for him. As you said, he's done that many a time. Oh, he's pumped up too, Luke Garner.
Back from a hamstring last week and had set out for 4 weeks. There's been a number of players that have been in and out of this side over the last 6 weeks. Luke Garner just one of them. But back for a couple now.
part of the grand final 17 last year on the bench.
Played a big part last year. Played a big part for the Panthers last year, Luke Garner. His ability to fill in the centres. Ideal utility. Ideal someone coming off the bench and back row centre. It's handy when you've got the confidence, as Ivan does, in Luke Garner to fill either role.
Doesn't that Balmain jersey in the background stand out? Stands up as well. It's an old 80s Phillips jersey. Here comes Alamotti, stroking it through. Biggest lead of the night. Penrith 16, Gold Coast 6. Jake Duke, down to you.
19 try assists in 21 games this season for Jerome Luai, and we will sit down with him on Face to Face Monday. A real insight into the man that is Jerome Luai, the Chief Energy Officer, the villain, the competitor, the family man, the child at heart, the future Tiger as well. We cover it all, plus his desire to finish up here at Penrith with another premiership. He is the man at the moment with Nathan Cleary out. It's a really insightful interview, and he puts on a great try there, an important one for Penrith.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah, that'll be good to watch. I've got to say, Brandy, he's one of the most polite footballers we've dealt with, Jerome Luai, which may be at odds with his character occasionally when he's going at it with the opposition. But a thorough gentleman when sort of getting him away from the white line. So Penrith now with Martin fighting hard on the tackle. That ball's come out, and it's a straightforward knock on. He's having a frustrating night here.
He is. Every now and then he can have a night like that where his hands aren't his best friends. He does fight hard in tackles, and sometimes that means that the ball doesn't stay in complete control. Opportunity now for the Gold Coast.
John Denver plays out here. The Titans are 30 away. Thermal going nowhere. So what have the Titans got here? They've been in this game up to their armpits. What work to do now? It's Randall playing it forward, turning it in. Jolliffe running away from Kenny now. Was there an obstruction there? Penrith certainly thought so. And Chris Butler's explanation, no one
was impeded.
No advantage was gained. Back and forth here. It's flicked out the side by Haas. Campbell again, dangerous. Collard. Keenan Palacia, the 16 for the Titans, just into the game. There he is as a decoy as it comes to Boyd, the floating pass. Alec Weinke flicks it out the back. That was a little too audacious. And now it's Brian To'o battering past one, dragging Pereira along.
They'll be wondering what happened there, the Gold Coast. They had the ball down this left-hand side. All of a sudden, it ends up in the hands of Brian To'o, and he goes 20 or 30 metres.
No penalty. Chris Butler again saying that's fine. Had a good look at that. Here's the mistake from Alec Weinke. Well, he just lost it there. He didn't try the flick. Just turned awkwardly and couldn't handle it. Oh, a bit of a run up here, driving it to halfway. Only tackle 3 here for Penrith. Now Luai. Garner. Back to Luai. Dancing. Basketball pass. Back inside. Lindsay Smith underarms it. It's not clinical with Yo happy to take the tackle. Snyder calling for it on the left. Now it comes to Lindsay Smith. 15th run for Lindsay Smith. Last Luai, short side. What's he spotted here? He spotted a little kick and put down. That was all to do with the chase of Liam Henry. He was up in the face of Campbell, and you get the sense the Panthers are about to put the foot down.
Down that short side, he often does that, Jerome Luai will dance across to the other side of the ruck, then puts a kick in, and you're right about the chase from Liam Henry. I think it just put enough pressure on Jaden Campbell to come up with the error. The ball didn't help him either. It stayed on the ground. It was a tough one.
They've got the 2 tries in the second half, on the verge of a third perhaps. Luai at the back of the scrum. Edwards, in the end, of decoys that came to Alamotti. Not fooled the Titans. Palacia and Randall combining. Must hang on here, Gold Coast. They've been game, but this is a challenge. As now Henry down the centre. They play the ball for Kenny. Yo turning it in. Smith again. The Moths are having a field day here. Here's Kenny getting it on to Luai. Stepping. Back inside for Yo. Smith catch and pass. Edwards already has one. Claimed down low by Palacia. Fired out to Luai. On it goes to Snyder. Fermor rushed up and put pressure. Ball comes free. Again,
I've ruled a loose carry. It's a knock
not so clinical, the Panthers.
Loose carry.
With defence Titans.
And it is their extreme edge defence. It's the centres and the wingers that have been able to come up with some great stops. And the Panthers just haven't given themselves enough room on those plays where they're out the back and they're looking to get a numbers advantage down either sideline. The rushing defence of the Titans has just been good enough to shut things down.
Got Randall in back play there, just being treated by a trainer. The ball came free. Well, that was happening for the Gold Coast, but putting it down, Boyd, Penrith to get it back on the 20.
Well, it happened in the first half, and generally it was in areas when they were on the attack. This time coming out of their own end. Tanner Boyd hits the ball after they move it off the scrum, and great meters were made, and he just couldn't hang on to the ball. Liam Martin coming across in defence.
Making it hard for themselves now, the Titans. For one tackle. 22 tackles in the opposition 20.
Yeah, a lot of turning the ball back on the inside, but Penrith will get it right in a moment on the edges.
Edwards, there's that ball back in field. Tungo splashing off Verrills, but Verrills had help.
If the Titans are going to keep giving them chances.
Go for Snyder. Back for Garner, this time running back on the inside. Kenny. Yo. Henry with footwork. Got past Alec Weinke, but not Verrills. Desperate tackle. Last. Kenny can't thread the needle. And the Titans hold on. They've got it back.
Interesting set there from the Panthers. That was 4 or 5 plays that they just kept turning it back on the inside. Big defence.
He almost dragged back into the field of play. Well, their defence is humming, Penrith. Kelly is strong and has the wherewithal to get the ground. Now tries to milk it, and Butler's not full. Scrum feed.
You don't get up right at all.
Now, we haven't seen the challenges yet. Penalty, back check, I believe. Yes.
Yep. Bit of frustration there from Brian Kelly.
Now, Luai ball in hand here. Thinking about 2, make it an even 2 converted try game. Snyder now. Well, they're just playing a bit of funny business with the Titans here, and it's tapped. With William Henry. Well, the Gold Coast can't keep doing this to themselves. As clunky as Penrith have been, they'll cash in soon. Here's Luai. Out comes Snyder. On to Taruva. Rushing in there was Fafita. But the Titans scramble well.
Yeah, again, the execution not great from Penrith. The ball was high to Taruva. He had to stop to catch it.
Luai to Snyder. And it goes to Yo. Had to reach forward and get it. The tap on. Now shove it across the top. Oh, he made mid-speed of Pereira. Oh, no, I think they saved it. Although he's going to claim it. He's strong tall, and he found a way to get it down. Oh, hang on.
Did he?
He's pointed to the spot and he's changed his mind.
No try. I got it held up, and then I lose it again, but I believe he loses the ball.
Am I seeing things? Did he point to the spot?
Well, no, I don't know. I think he did, Dan. Now, Brian
the ball is initially held up. Hasn't reached the
wriggling
ground yet. We'll continue watching through.
There's always a giveaway when they fight. They continue to fight. the giveaway that they haven't got there yet.
I don't know if we're going to see a picture that will
Now that makes the on-field decision so important.
Just reviewing all available camera angles to see if the ball gets to the ground.
They're already setting the table here for an inconclusive.
And that leg's going to block it. The leg's going to block it.
Oh, hang on. Now, ball on ground.
Yeah,
but are they going to say he lost it to the ground?
Well, how can you... Well, his hand does look like it's on it. You can't tell whether the hand's on it.
It's a fascinating decision from Chris Butler.
Well, he thinks he lost the ball. So he was going to award it and then thought had a second think about it. And as he said to the bunker official, I think he's lost the ball.
I wonder if he was sold
based on the on-field decision of the ball being held up and their ball being lost, will be supporting on-field decision of no try. We have a decision.
And you can tell the way that was set up, that was the likely scenario that would get an inconclusive.
Well, gee, you can't see what had happened, but they're going to pay a big price because they're going to the 7 tackle set will go to the Titans. So I guess it's the gut feel of Butler that makes the decision easy.
So 16-6, and they can't quite shake the Titans off yet. Penalty. Well, a bit of momentum. A bit of a momentum swing. And the tap. Campbell. Can he catch him out? He did briefly. Edwards there.
Stand now.
Now it's Jamin Jolliffe. They've been nowhere in the second half. The Titans, if they can pinch one, right back into the contest. Here's Pleasance. Grabbing across the 30. Goes down from Verrills. Alicia should be nice and fresh, and that's a good, powerful surge. Closing in on the 10-metre line. Comes to Foran to Boyd. The stab kick. Kelly coming through. So is Edwards. Edwards work to do. And Kelly's got it out of his hands and scored! Brian Kelly has come up with an astonishing play, and it's given us a 4-pointer. Remarkable from Brian Kelly. He's taken it off Dylan Edwards and put the Titans back into the contest.
Well, that is an incredible play from Brian Kelly to be able to slide into the tackled player, Dylan Edwards, and come up with a steal or jolt the ball free. Edwards has got it covered. Doesn't get to ground. And just pulls it out of his hands.
They will be looking if Kelly has ripped it out into Edwards before regathering. I'm sure. So Edwards. It deserves to be a try, but is it a clean rip out here from Brian Kelly?
Well, I think it comes out. Again, it's on his hand, but I don't think there's a second go at it. It slides across his wrist as it's coming free. I don't know if you can take it off him.
It doesn't deserve to be taken off him, but if he's propelled it forward into Edwards, yeah, it's going to be removed here. What a shame for Brian Kelly.
Looking for a knock-on after the strip, please.
Let's not take this away completely, but the writing's
Dylan
on the
Edwards has
wall.
possession of the ball. Brian Kelly in a one-on-one tackle strips the ball and his hand comes away. It's then gone forward and is resting on the arm of Dylan Edwards for a knock-on. We have a decision.
Boy. It would have been, strangely, one of the tries of the season, even though it's a very different highlight.
One of the more unusual tries.
Than, the hammer going 100 metres. It's a bit different to that, but it would have been the most remarkable bit of play.
One-on-one, and after he stripped it, it's hit his arm again, which is a knock-on.
So it's a knock-on. It's not a penalty. You're certainly entitled to strip the ball. But it's in the goal. So it's a 20-metre tap and a 7-tackle settlement. How punishing is that?
So Brian almost scores a try, gives away a 7-tackle set. Now the Titans do the same thing. Brian Kelly,
Rush the tackle.
for all intents and purposes, scores the try, but they give away a 7-tackle set. Now they give away a penalty.
Got to be careful here, the Titans, not to lose their bottle. Taruva twisted awkwardly into a tackle. 16-6. Oh, jeez. On report too, Jolliffe. Now it's Fisher Harris.
Give room now, please. On the line, wait.
Luai turning it in, Leota. So the big boys are back now for Penrith.
And that's a good run there from Moses Leota.
Snyder turning it back in. Alamotti slick over the 30. I'd love to get one soon just to put the Titans away and not have to play this right out to the end as Leota felled on the 20. 4 gone. Boyd stays on the ground. They're down a defender. Kenny runs. Boyd's okay. Last tackle. Yo poised on the left. Yo gets it on. Luai delayed the pass. Great read, although the scampering work of the Panthers, and Alamotti squeezes it down in the corner. And it's going up as no try.
Matty, we've got a no try. Tackle 6. Touchline, please.
It doesn't look like a try, and this is again great Titans scramble.
Yeah, it is. Is it Bo Firma that makes the tackle? He's up very high, Alamotti. It's going to be a no try.
Anyway.
Yeah, there's nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
So Titans hanging around.
Had
10
a bit of
down.
work to do.
10 down, 18 to play.
Paul Alamotti loses possession of the ball prior to his foot going out. We have a decision.
So it's a lost ball. Luke Garner crashed into the Titans' defence there and just threw a pass out the back to Jerome Luai, who
Wait.
held the ball, but Alamotti, the cover from the Titans was too good. Too many numbers.
Strong tackle on Garner too. And Titans sturdy, showing a bit of resilience. Bo Fermor seems to be getting better by the game. Of course, coming back from an ACL at the start of the year and was knocking on the door of Queensland selection a couple of years ago before he tore that ACL. So the Titans, it's been a while since they've scored. Through that magnificent bit of individual brilliance from Jaden Campbell. Forum, on for Boyd. Boyd down here, Alec Wanky. From PNG. Barrels. Forum sending it on. Randall, one-on-one Luai. Got past Luai with Leota coming in. Foran putting it up on the last. Should be a contest here. Here comes Jojo. Oh, he batted it forward. And now, that wasn't the plan. Fisher Harris and Snyder. Poor old Snyder there was sitting duck.
Jojo Fafita, chase the kick, gets a hand to it, knocks it forward. And you're right, Fisher Harris passes it to Snyder, then cleans him up.
So Taruva. So as it stands, once again, a reminder, unless this result changes, it will be Melbourne Cronulla next week. Penrith Roosters here. They are the qualifying finals as it stands. Martin wrapped up. Kenny.
Please, Jacob, together. Away here, Chris. Play Keenan.
That is from well inside the 40. And no problem for Campbell. Gee, that's some distance on it there from Jerome Luai. But Campbell was never troubled. Got some Titans starting to cramp up. Well, Tanner Boyd, first game in first grade for a while, starting to show some ill effects. Pereira down the middle. Set to become the first ever Gold Coast player to be top try scorer or point scorer in an NRL/New South Wales Rugby League competition. No Titan, no Charger, no Giant, no Seagull has ever done it. But Pereira there with 23 tries. The high one here from Kieran Foran. Under it to Ruva, and he takes it. Courage there, knowing Fafita was all over him. It sounds to be quiet, the crowd. It's not your TV, I promise you. It is a very subdued atmosphere here. Almost a nervous crowd. And now they might just get a little more nervy. Edwards has put the ball down.
Stand now.
Well, they've offered the Titans a couple of chances too. They haven't been able to take advantage of it yet. Only one line break this half. We're down to the final 14 minutes of the game. There's the turnover. Good low shot there.
Yeah, Palacia. Titans now. Pass. Verrills for Foran. Now out to Boyd. Here's Campbell skipping down the right side.
And this is the first tackle inside the 20 in this second half for the Titans. So they've had no ball down this end of the field.
And now a fresh set coming.
Oh, they'll get a full set now.
Here's a replay here on Monty on report. Jolliffe on report earlier.
You just get the feeling that the Titans have got a 4-pointer in them.
Verrills. Out to Jolliffe. Foran gets it on. Pass well handled. That was Tungor. Getting a bit of help, but a strong tackle from the Penrith centre. 6 more tackles. Snyder's niggle. Creating the 6 again. Jolliffe down the middle. The Titans here. A big chance to take this down to the finish. Verrills turns it in. Fotuaika closing in. Harris a bit wobbly. And Fisher Harris now back on his line. Verrills fires it. 4 and on. Campbell. Defenders everywhere though. Geez, they read that well. Campbell had nowhere to go. That's only tackle 3. Foran. Scheming. Out to Boyd. Kelly wants a piece of it. It comes to Haas before it gets to Kelly. Oh, and Haas. He went the pass when it wasn't on. And the Panthers come away with it. A big sigh of relief here at Penrith Park. And now To'o threatens. Palacia holds on. What a run, Brian To'o.
That is inspirational stuff from Brian To'o.
Snyder down the middle looking for an offside defender. In the end just carries it forward.
That's what he provides for them.
Now Taruva. He slipped by Palacia. There was a clip. There was a high tackle.
Penrith wingers standing up. Taruva and To'o. Footwork from To'o. From Taruva. Brilliant. Kieran Foran.
Nice shot there.
Just gets it too high.
Nothing to worry about beyond that, but it's a high one.
Cleese Haas, there was half a chance, and here's the run from Brian To'o. This is the back end of it. Just watch him hold off Verrills and then shrug away from him. He's a powerful runner of the foot.
Yeah, imagine if he got past Palacia, he might have gone the whole way. Penrith here. Another chance to perhaps close this off. Yo. Luai. Short ball again, wonderfully read. They've made good defensive decisions out there, the Titans, as Alamotti closed down quickly. Here's Luai. Now Snyder. Ooh, a lollipop out to Edwards. Edwards inside 3 of them as they sit back, and they do not panic the Titans. They play the ball here for Kenny. And this is a little laborious now. Liotta just hits it up. Titans conceded 160 in the last month. This is as well as they've defended in ages. Now a loose one. Look out! Look out! Carl Pereira's away. Chasing his Tungor. Carl Pereira holds his feet. Goodbye! Titans are coming! Luffy, Carl Pereira, the top try scorer of the year, goes the length of the field. And Penrith, well, they're not in trouble, but they're not home.
Well, they're a long way from home, the Panthers, and Carl Pereira, the quickest, well, arguably the quickest player in the competition. Once he picked that ball up, Brian To'o knew he could only get a hand to him. Just wasn't strong enough. And he just cruises into the in-goal area, and Penrith just haven't been able to get it done on the edges. That was To'o on the ground. It must have been Isaac Tungor who chased hard.
It certainly was.
From the inside, and he got a fair bit of him too. Great balance there. He got a lot of him in that ankle tap. You would often see a player hit the ground with that much force. Tungor hit Carl Pereira's leg with, but stays balanced and gets home and keeps them in the game. The Panthers' inability to open up those edges tonight has been telling. They've had a lot of ball, a lot of possession, and the execution hasn't been great. and they just haven't been able to ice this game. And now it could be 16-12 in a moment.
You can't say the Titans don't deserve to be in the hunt here. That's a pretty good-looking kick. It's a goal. It's 16-12. It would have to be the upset of the season if the Titans can get one more and silence his Penrith crowd one final time. 16-12.
Yeah, look, the tip-ons, the passes, the efforts to try and create that overlap on both sides of the field just has not worked tonight.
Hey, a reminder, grand final tickets on sale already. The Kid Leroy, the entertainment. So we've got a big day coming. The women's final, the men's final. And NRL.com/tickets. It's always a sellout, so don't leave it too late. And the weather already good in Sydney. Mo Fodawaker hits it up.
Well, what a game. What a final 10 minutes we got.
Penrith have 10 minutes to save a home final and avoid a trip potentially to Melbourne in week 1. Cronulla are looking on. The Roosters are looking on. They may be at Allianz next week. Here's Jolliffe with a strong run.
Well, he's carried them 10 metres there. Jamin Jolliffe.
Tama Howe. This would be some debut game if he was part of a Titans victory. They were giving up 20 and a half. It's those that partake in that world. 20 and a half points. Now it's Foran from 40 out. That's a textbook set from the Titans. Can they force an error out of Edwards? No, there was a collision. Pereira and To'o. Edwards runs. Well, Penrith have had so many chances. Unusual.
A lifetime of chances, Dan.
Unusual, their lack of ability to just put their opposition away.
Well, the credit has to go to the Titans' defence too. The edges, the centres and the wingers and the decision-making they've made defensively tonight has been what's kept them in the game, because Penrith have had a stack of ball inside the 20.
Win, lose or draw, there's got to be concerns. Yes, Nathan Cleary should be back next week, but they're not in sync. They're not in sync, the Panthers. Now it's Yo. As Yo and a lone voice tries to get a penalty in this stand. And maybe the last 8 minutes at this grand old suburban venue. With the kick here for Brian Kelly. And remember his magnificent play, which was denied a try, ripping the ball out of Edwards' hands in the in goal. Verrills, crowd silent again. Oliu, great run. Verrills with momentum onto Boyd. The meter's just flowing for the visitors. Now it comes here to the halfback eventually, allowed the back play. Campbell. All over him this time. The Panthers, Foran hurries the kick. Simple enough here for Edwards. A good pressure there, forcing that perhaps a touch deep. Penrith here, just trying to run this clock down. Taruva. The Titans just will not go away.
Well, can they force an error now, the Gold Coast Titans? That's what they're chasing.
Well, remember last week, Saturday, 7:30, the Sean Johnson moment. This would be an even bigger upset.
Boy, that's a run. It's another run from Brian To'o.
Now it's Lindsay Smith, yet another run for him. Run number 18. Goes to Snyder. Planting it in the corner. Is it too big? There's a chase coming here, but Campbell lets it go. Big chance for the Titans. Great work from Jaden Campbell to maintain his patience.
Kick looked good from Snyder, but just kicked on. It just kept rolling. And Jaden Campbell just made sure it ran dead before he had to play out the ball. And now the Gold Coast Titans with a 7 tackle set up their sleeve.
21,500 the crowd here, and they are nervous. And that's a nervous coaching box. No Fodawaker. Only tackle 2 here. Oh, a horror error. And now it's Garner. Early ball, Lindsay Smith. He's looking for support. Oh, Haas, that's his second bad error. Oh, that lets all the air out of the Titans balloon as it comes across from Sorensen. Away now to Alamotti. Furmore in no hurry to let Alamotti play it. Sorensen out of dummy half. Oof. Taruva. Wild pass, that one. 3 tackles gone. Kenny for Luai. Catch and pass. Yo back in field. Lindsay Smith again. Luai dancing, straightening. They hold on. Liu and Foran. Foran trapped underneath. Liu up top. Luai. What's happened here? Ooh, he's in there. There's some blood there.
He's bleeding, mate.
Step back off the left foot, straightened up.
Hey, hey.
I think he just got one off. Who's that underneath?
That's Foran.
Foran. Yeah, just
Time's off.
as he straightened up. Oh, maybe not.
No, that can't be a penalty. But I mean, he's not faking because there's blood. But not happy, Jerome. Now, is it a penalty here?
It is.
It is a penalty, and they're going to go for 2. So they've seen the high contact. Well, something got him. Something caused that bleeding. And Luai is ropeable. They're having a war of words with Kieran Foran.
11 errors for the Gold Coast Titans, and a number of those have been unforced errors. Unforced, just dropping the ball cold was Cleese Haas as they looked to take advantage of that 7 tackle set. Yeah, look, just got him high.
Yeah.
Just the right arm, whacked him in the nose.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It was quick, but doesn't put the game out of reach, though. A 6-point contest if Alamotti puts it through.
And you've got to say, the unforced errors, like Cleese Haas just dropping the ball, has benefited Penrith a number of times.
This to put them up by 6. They're not out of the woods yet, Penrith. But a little bit of insurance. 18 to 12. What's the Titans plan here? They've got big Jojo if they want to go the short kick-off.
Well, he's added 2 points, but he's taken up a bit of time too. Will they go short?
Stay on! Stay behind!
Campbell. Yes, does. That's the Pereira side. Batted back and great. Oh, poor Cleese Haas. He did the right thing. He got into perfect position. And he's claiming he didn't lose it.
Matty, we've got a captain's challenge. On-field ruling, it's knocked back Manly and then knocked on Titans on the ground.
Well, if Manly have knocked on that, well, this is something to see.
I don't think Cleese Haas put the challenge.
Ball was knocked back by the Panthers, and then it's knocked on the ground by Cleese Haas.
I think
the challenge by the Gold Coast is unsuccessful.
They had to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played it beautifully. Looked for the tap back from the Panthers.
What do you want to make of this scrum?
Isaac Tungor, and Haas, all he had to do was fall on the ball. And he almost caught it. It was a toughie.
Yeah.
It was a toughie.
I can see why Chris Butler would make the mistake. I mean, maybe there's a colourblind issue there, but the design, it's not the most unmanly-like jersey. I mean, brown and maroon, I don't know. Here's Penrith now with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Manly we see tomorrow against Cronulla. Manly playing for a home final. And unless something changes here, Cronulla will be locked into 4th. And then It's 8v9, Dolphins versus Newcastle. A perfect way to end the regular season. Both games here live on Fox. And then it's on to the finals. Here's Isaiah with a powerful run. The field goal's part of their thinking here. Fisher-Harris. This conversation here, Schneider and Edwards. Schneider points to the sky, and that's where he goes. They're going to let Toto at this. He shovels it on, and it's a knock on. It's a knock on.
Time's off.
So Titans ball, Tungo. It was a tough half volley. Not even a consideration of a field goal there.
No, and he didn't want to kick it too deep. He didn't want to go anywhere near the try line or the in-goal area, just to make sure that the 20-metre restart with a 7-tackle set on the back of it didn't happen.
Well, what have they got, the Titans? They've been so brave tonight.
What the Titans have shown that the Panthers have got a lot of work to do, especially on the edges with their attack. And a number of other facets will need to improve.
2 tackles left. Here it comes down to Boyd. Oh, the show and go. That's a big tackle from Garner. Boyd thought he was away. Last. Belly kick here. No problem for Edwards. Gold Coast might only get one more chance, if that. Edwards drawing them in, giving it to Deruba. That's nice. Now out it goes to Alamotti. Oh, lost the ball! Titans will get a great chance. This is just... Well, it's such a shock.
Well, it's 15 errors from the Panthers. That's what it is. They've outstripped the Titans in the error count.
But the Titans need to conjure something. We haven't seen Jaden Campbell
well, they could do
in a while.
Yeah, they could do worse than move it to this left-hand side of the field and use the speed of Pereira.
He's got the try that got them back into this game. Campbell, catch and pass, Boyd on, Kelly, wonderful tackle, Tungo. That's only tackle 3 though, 30 metres out. Gold Coast looking to take this to Golden Point. Pass. He finds Verrills. Not much room to work with as Boyd gives it to Kelly. Hurries a pass. Now comes to Cleese Haas. Penrith not panicking. Campbell, no one obstructed there. 2 tackles left. 45 seconds to go. Another Super Saturday game down to the wire. The kick from Foran. The chase is on, but it's too big, and Taruva always had that covered, and that should be that. Well, an underwhelming final play. Now they're going to somehow try and get this back in a couple of plays, the Titans. It looks like this old venue will get one more game. And Penrith will look ahead towards the Roosters. It hasn't been the most clinical display. It hasn't been the most convincing display, but it's been enough. For the 5th year in a row, the Panthers will finish in the NRL top 2. And now the finals begin for the Penrith Panthers. It doesn't matter how messy it's been. It's all about the next month as they try to win 4 in a row. 200 for James Fisher-Harris ends in victory. And they stand and applaud here. Many of these won't be back next week because the demand will be huge for tickets. It's a farewell for many, and for the Panthers, we'll see them in a week. Full time, Penrith 18, Gold Coast 12.